Welcome back. In the previous lesson, we have seen how to create a database and also collection in our MongoDB. And at the same time, we also see how to do it even in the Compass. Now, in this lesson, we're going to focus on how to create a document using Shell as well as in the Compass. All right, without further ado, let's get started. First step, what you have to do is go to your Visual Studio Code and make sure you connect to the particular server. And then you have to type the mongosh and make sure that our server is running. Now clear your screen with CLS. Now in order to create a document, all we have to do is, first of all, let's create a database. In our previous lesson, we have deleted it. Now let's create it again, and also let's create the collection. Let's quickly create the database and the collection. For that, let me create a database name employee. And now let's create a collection using the command db.create collection, and name of the collection is emp, and press enter. Okay, now we have successfully created the collection, and here is the employee and the collection. In order to show all the collections in the employee database, we can use the command show collections and press enter. Oh, it's a spelling mistake. LLECTIONS, and press enter. Here you go. The collections that was there in the employee database is EMP. Cool. Let me clear it. Now let's create a document in the collection. In order to create a document in the connection, all you need to do is we need to use the command db space and followed by the collection name, in which collection you want to create it, and then type insert one. So insert one and followed by parentheses. This will create the one document, and the document, as we already see, it should be created within the parentheses. Now let's give some kind of details into this. Since we are trying to create an employee table, let me give the name, and the name is, let's say, Ram, and age is, let's say, 35, and salary is 75,000. Okay, so that's it. Now press enter, and we have acknowledge is equal to true, which means that we have successfully created the document. And you can also look into the document by click on the EMP, and under this EMP you can see that there is one document is there. The number of documents is 1. You can even expand this and see a document ID of this, and that's what exactly the object ID that we have created. I mean, this is auto populated and it was automatically create this. In order to look into this, you can click on this, and this will actually show you the document that was automatically created. Which one is the first? It is created the ID and followed by name, age, and salary. And that's it. This is how a document is created. And let's also see how we can create the multiple documents. First, let me close this, also close this, and expand this or maximize this. Now what we can do is, let me create the multiple document. In order to create the multiple document, let me use the following command db emp, basically the collection name, and we have insert many. And insert many command is basically used to create the multiple document, and each and every document should be created within the parentheses. And let's say if we have another document, and create another parenthesis and another parenthesis and so on. So in this case, we have the 3 curly braces and we have the 3 documents. Let's create one by one, which is the name. And okay, we have Ram. Now let's create Sita, and age is 27, salary is 50K, and let me create another name, which is Lakshman. Age is, let's say, 32, and salary is, let's keep it as 60,000. Okay, now let me create another name. You can create as many document as you want. This time this is my Arjun, and age is, let's keep it as 25, and salary is 25,000. All right, that's it. And okay, I'll get an error here. That's fine. Let me get an error, and the error is that the documents must be an array of documents. So what are the documents that you want to create? It should be array. So which means that I should actually create an array, means list. Within the list, and I need to put all the documents. So let me just mention the square braces here and followed by this. So that's how the format will look like. And now let's press enter. This will create the many documents, multiple documents. Cool, right? Now let's refresh it and see we have the multiple document. Now the number of documents that we have is 4. That's pretty cool. Now, in order to how we can see this information even in the command prompt, we can easily see this by typing the command db.emp.find and use the parenthesis within this and press enter, and this will actually show you all the documents that was there here. Here you go. We have the 4 documents are there, which is name, Ram, Sita, Lakshman, and Arjun. And this is what the information which we have, and we can easily see all this information and also create all this information at once. Cool, right? This is how we can create a document using the mongosh or mongo shell. Now let's also quickly create now let's also see how to create the documents even in Compass. Let me open the Compass, and I connect it to this database. And what I'll do is, let me refresh this, and I already see the employee table is already there. And let me, under this employee, I also see all the kind of objects is also there. So let's do one thing. Let me delete this, and let me recreate this in the Compass. Okay, now I deleted this. Now let me create this. We already see how to create the database and also how to create the collection. Let's quickly do this. Let's click on the create database and name that as employee, and the collection name is emp, and create a database. Cool. Now how to create a document. In order to create a document, and there is a press data is that, like, plus icon is there. And what we can do is you can click on this plus icon, and here we have the insert document is there. We can either insert a document, and if we have the multiple files or multiple records are there in the CSV, we can also upload that. But let's see, a very simple thing is insert document. Let me click on the insert document, and here there's already a pre-populated document is already there. So let's do one thing. Let me delete everything, and let's start inserting one by one. The first step is, let's insert the only one document, which is Ram, and within the curly braces, and what I'll do, let me create the name. So maybe you can type the name, and which is the Ram, and age is 35, and salary is, let's put 75,000. Now what we can do is we can either click on insert, or we can actually do one thing. There is a nice way which we can do is you can click on this format. The moment you click on this format, it will actually create the actual way. Then you can see the insert button is enabled. So it's always good to click on this format, and this will automatically correct everything, and you can see this. Now what we can do is we can simply insert it. That's it. Now you can see that the object Ram is actually created. Just like that, we can also create the multiple documents by click on plus, insert document. Let's remove all the code that was there. And in order to create the multiple documents, you need to create an array or a list within those square braces. And now you can start inserting as many documents you want. So what we can do is name, let me put it to Sita, and followed by age, which is 27, and salary is 50,000. Let me use another name, which is Lakshman, age is 32, salary is 60,000. And we have one more name, which is Arjun, and age, let's say 25, salary 25,000. Okay, now what we can do, just click on format, and this will format automatically. And now you can click on insert. And here you go, this is what's happened, and automatically the ID is created for Ram, Sita, Lakshman, and Arjun, and you can see all the details here. All right, so in the next lesson, we're going to talk more on MongoDB. Until then, happy learning.